This team just lost, and in a few days, they could still be playing for the World Cup. No, that's not a mistake. In 2026, FIFA built a rule so strange that losing a match might not knock you out. A team can fail and survive anyway. How is that even possible? Well, the answer goes all the way back to one shady football match from 1982 that the world has never forgiven. Stick with me. By the end, all of it will make perfect sense. This is the biggest World Cup in history. 48 teams, 104 games, 12 groups spread across 3 countries, and a brand new path to survive that nobody saw coming. In the next few minutes, you'll understand the entire tournament, every group, every twist, and the one rule that lets a losing team sneak into the knockouts. We start with the old World Cup, the one you grew up watching, because FIFA just blew it up. For over 20 years, the World Cup was simple. You knew the shape by heart. 32 teams, 8 groups, 4 teams in every group. Each team played 3 matches, and the math was brutal and clean. Win, draw, or lose. 3 points, 1 point, nothing. Top 2 in your group, you move on. Everyone else, plane ticket home. 8 groups, 2 survivors each, gave you 16 teams in the knockout stage. That was the round of 16. From there, one rule and one rule only. Win or you're gone. Round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, final. The whole thing ran on 64 matches. It worked for over 20 years. So why throw it away? Because football got too big for it. Whole continents full of talented teams were locked out. The door was just too small. So FIFA grabbed that door and tore it wide open. Say goodbye to 32 teams. The 2026 World Cup has 48. That's 16 extra nations crashing the party. And it's never been done before. Not once in the entire history of the tournament. So, how do you fit 48 teams? You build 12 groups instead of 8, labeled A all the way to L. And here's the clever part. Each group still has just 4 teams. Each team still plays just 3 matches. For the players, the start feels exactly the same. Same rhythm, same scoring, but everything around it got massive. This World Cup is being played in 3 countries at the same time: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. 16 cities, the most teams, the most hosts, the most cities the World Cup has ever seen. And the bigger field cracked open the door for the little guys. For the very first time, 4 new nations made it in: Cape Verde, Curacao, Jordan, and Uzbekistan. Tiny football countries finally on the world stage. 48 teams, 12 groups, 3 games each. Sounds clean, right? Wrong, because this new size creates a problem that breaks the whole bracket. Quick math. Stay with me because this is where it all clicks. 12 groups. Top 2 from each group move on. Just like always, 12 times 2 is 24 teams. Now here's the trap. The knockout stage needs a clean, even number to work. Teams pair off, win, or go home, round after round. The perfect number for that first round is 32. 32 becomes 16, becomes 8, becomes 4, becomes 2. Beautiful. But we've only got 24 teams. 24 does not fill a bracket built for 32. Do the subtraction. We are short by exactly 8 teams. So FIFA had a real headache. Where did these 8 extra teams come from? They're not group winners. They're not runners-up. Those seats are already taken. The answer is the single most important rule of this entire World Cup. And it's the exact reason a team can lose and still stay alive. Here it is. The 8 missing teams come from the teams that finished third. Third place. Not first, not second, third. In the old World Cup, finishing third meant one thing: you're out, pack your bags. But in 2026, that rule is dead. 12 groups means 12 teams finish third. FIFA lines all 12 of them up, side by side, and compares their records. The 8 best third-place teams stay alive. Only the 4 worst go home. Now watch the magic. 24 teams advance as winners and runners-up. 8 more sneak in as the best third-place finishers. 24 plus 8 equals 32. The bracket is full, and the round of 32 is born, the first one ever in World Cup history. And there it is, the whole mystery solved. A team can play 3 games, lose one of them, limp into third place, and still walk into the knockouts as long as its record beats the other third place teams. It lost, and it's still in. That's not a clickbait trick. That is the actual law of the 2026 World Cup. But hold on, don't go thinking third place is some lazy free ride. A team can win one, draw one, lose one, and grab that same spot. The real point is bigger than any one team. In this World Cup, third place is no longer the end, and that single change is about to cause absolute chaos. Remember that 1982 match I promised you? Now it matters, because the format you just learned almost didn't happen. FIFA's first plan for 2026 was completely different and far more dangerous. The original idea was 16 groups of 3 teams. games. Top 2 from each tiny group go through. Only 80 matches total. On paper, fine. But 3-team groups hide a poison. In the final game of each group, one team always sits out and just watches. The 2 teams playing can stare at the table, see the exact score that sends them both through, and quietly play for it. One team helps the other. A third team gets stabbed in the back. And this isn't a theory. It happened. 1982, West Germany versus Austria. Final group game. A 1-0 win was the dream result for both of them. It would push both teams forward and dump Algeria out. So they played a slow, lifeless match. The score never moved off 1-0, and both sides strolled into the next round. Algeria was robbed. Fans were furious. The world named it the disgrace of Gijón, and football never forgot. That scandal changed the sport. It's the reason every final group game is now played at the exact same time, so nobody knows the magic number. FIFA learned the lesson. They said the new format cuts the risk of teams teaming up and guarantees every nation at least 3 games. So they killed the groups of 3 and went back to groups of 4. That decision is the entire reason the format you're watching today exists. So let's trace one team's full journey, from kickoff to the trophy. 48 teams arrive. The group stage fires off. 12 groups, 4 teams, 3 games each. That alone is 72 matches. When it ends, 32 are left standing. 12 winners, 12 runners-up, the 8 best third-place teams. Now the safety net disappears. From here, lose once and you vanish. Round of 32 slices it to 16. Round of 16 cuts it to 8. Quarterfinals leave 4. Semifinals leave 2. And those 2 collide in the final. Add every game and you land on 104 matches. 72 in the groups, 32 in the knockouts. The last World Cup had 64. Feel the difference. And one more brutal change. In the old format, the champion won 7 games to lift the cup. In 2026, thanks to that extra round of 32, the champion has to win 8. One more match, one more chance to fall. The road to glory has never been longer. It all ends on the 19th of July at the New York, New Jersey Stadium, with around 82,000 fans screaming as a new world champion is crowned. Here's what those numbers really mean. For decades, the smallest football nations had almost no shot. The door was too narrow and the giants filled nearly every seat. Now it's wide open. 4 brand new countries are here for the first time ever: Cape Verde, Curacao, Jordan, and Uzbekistan. And that third place rule hands them something they never had: a real chance to survive the group stage on just a single win. Picture it: a tiny nation, first World Cup ever, wins 1 match and walks into the knockouts to face the biggest names on earth. That story used to be impossible. In 2026, it's real. More teams, more hope, more moments nobody will forget. So now you know the secret: lose a game, finish third, and still survive. All because of 8 new spots in a brand new bracket. This is the biggest, boldest, most unpredictable World Cup ever played. If this finally made the new format click, hit subscribe. I break down the world of football the simplest way possible, one video at a time. I'll see you in the next one.